Welcome everyone, welcome to another one-off. My one-off series is where I take a look at a game for up to 2 hours. It could be a brand new release game, it could be early access, it could be a DLC or even a mod. You can find all the videos in the one-off series and the one-off series playlist. You can find that linked in all of the videos as well as on the front page of the channel. And the subject of today's one-off is War on the Sea by Killerfish Games. The same people who brought us Dangerous Waters as well as Atlantic Fleet. It's set in World War II. It is rather buggy though. This is the launch day version. It's now the 4th of February as I'm recording this. Hopefully I can get it up in the next few days. I know Killerfish Games will fix the issues. However, there's a lot of space for expansion. We've got 2 campaigns, both of them in the Pacific. However, there are also some custom theatres. Now the campaign itself is very buggy. As I said, I've already tried playing through it and it just basically won't let you carry on. You can't control all of units. On the odd occasion, they will just do whatever they want. We've got custom battle. So this seems to work okay. But I think first of all, just to show the game off, I think we'll try the training scenarios. Okay, I've already played through the early parts of this particular tutorial mission series. There's quite a few to get through. You get to control every single unit that you will in the campaign. So if you need to actually take a look at this, read through it, you can pause the video. I won't just extend the video just by reading through it. There's 5 pages worth. Okay, so first of all, have a look around. I've got orders. Recognition manual. It's also part of the museum. So you can see we're in charge of the USS Porter, a Porter class destroyer. 8 in the class. Capable of 37 knots, maximum speed, 250 tons. I've got orders, brake, form up, follow, formations, outspeed, rudder. You can also set waypoints as well, but it's just as easy just to control it as a single ship as we are right now. It's just as easy to do it through manual controls. We've also got a very extensive damage control and damage model. As you can see, we can have fires, flooding, you name it, you can get it. Electrical failures, all sorts of things. Okay, so the target to the north, just there, we have to destroy it using guns. The target over here, to the south, they're both freighters by the way. I have to destroy this one to the south with torpedoes, so we'll do that right now. Got torpedoes, select torpedoes. T on the keyboard for target. You can do that either here in the 3D world or here on the map. If I can actually point at it, you'll find the wrong one. And it does that as well, which I don't really want it doing. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to click on that. There we go. Over convoluted, as I said. I mean, there's steps here that aren't really necessary, and they really aren't necessary. So we've got T for target. Okay, there we go. It's actually easier to do it in the 3D world. Okay, so torpedoes. We'll give it a bit of a spread, about 1 degree. We are quite distant. We're not exactly close. We're not exactly far away either. It's got radar on. We'll pop the radar on so we've got a good firing solution. So firing solution is being built there. Once it gets up to about 80-90%, we shall think about firing. So Nippon Maru is target number 2. So that's a Japanese freighter. 94%. Active sonar. I can also switch to binoculars by the B key. I can just tap some of these. So yeah, with this in the way, you tend to get a bit of a crowded UI. Won't bother moving the ship just yet. Torpedoes moving to position. Torpedoes away. See torpedo works. So if you're keeping at 1%, this means it won't actually collide with each other either. Which I've seen happen before. The 2 torpedoes should make short work of the freight. It's not a very large one. Then we'll switch to sinking the one to the north. So on some of the Steam reviews, I'm actually quite looking to get this to run, because a lot of people have had issues just with it crashing straight from the get-go. So I'm actually quite looking to get it running. Come on. Should be a rather large kaboom in a few seconds. Yeah, 2 midship. Only 1 explosion. We have got dud torpedoes active, so that could be the issue. Oh my word. Yep. So it's like torpedo number 1 or 2 was a dud. She's listing though. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, she's going right over. Oh no, she's come back again. Let's take a look. Unusually, you don't roll the cam in vertical if you want to go up submerged. You just tap the middle mouse button. Can't really tell. There's no hole in the hull at all. Is that down to the damage model? Yeah. Oh, let's not hang around. Find the other 2. Oh no, she's on fire. Is she going down? Well, when these 2 extra torpedoes hit, she definitely will be going down if only one of them hits and explodes. I thought that was a hull just there, but obviously it's not. Okay, so as these 2 hit, they should take the thing out. It should be reported as sinking by then. Dud. You are joking me. 2 dud torpedoes. So we've had 3 dud torpedoes out of 4. I mean, at the early part of the Pacific campaign, the United States didn't have actually a working torpedo model. It was almost as unreliable as electric ones of the Kriegsmarine U-boat force, U-boats. So while a lot of the U-boat captains preferred steam torpedoes because they had the old magnetic, not the non-magnetic, the pressure triggers. Magnetic triggers had issues. Ah, dear me. Tch. I would have thought that. How many torpedoes have we got? We've got 6 torpedoes. 2 torpedoes remaining. So we've got 4 torpedoes altogether. Alright, it's for another 2. This isn't going very well, is it? So you can't prepare for that. Well, 4 torpedoes launched, 3 were duds. Okay, 2 more torpedoes. Come on, explode. At last. Oh, 2 live. Good. That should be it. Okay, there we go. So she's sinking. What's this down here? Phew. Let's go back to Porter. Took a bit longer than it should. Okay, so one to the north needs to be sunk with gunnery. I should get rid of this. But I can't move it. I can't move it out of the way. It's rather annoying. Okay, tap the T key. Can we get close enough? There we go. So I've got depth charges as well. Forgot to show those. In case you're going up against submarines. Got decent firing solution. So right now, we'll go to about 6 knots. Bring the rudder around just a little bit. Just so it stops our guns having to traverse quite so far. So AP against a non-armoured tag like a freighter is pretty much a waste. Star Shield's aren't necessary because it's daylight. So HE. Full. We've got loose. We've got narrow. So you can spread your shots. I don't know what full actually means. I'll talk it up in the manual. I'll do it manually. Or through the spotters. Strange. So I use the spotters. I'm not going to do it manually. Let's start firing. With guns, you're not going to get anything else. You're not going to get anything more than 90%. Whoa. Wow. Quite a few direct hits there. So we've got 99% solution. They're quite a distance though. I mean, each one of these blocks is supposed to be 500 yards. 6. That's about 2,000 yards distance, just over. It's not bad. Ooh, 4 misses. We are using fire control radars, that's why we use the spotters. So if you've got radar, the spotters will use the radar. Ooh, good hit. A little bit too sharply. Ease off on the rudder a little bit. We need to finish with this. Well, we need to finish this with torpedoes. We've only got 2 left. And the odds are they'll both be duds by looking at our record. Ooh. 2 hits at least there. So yeah, as this particular sort of one single ship command works, it's actually working quite well. But sometimes when you're in charge of aircraft, especially or more than one ship, they tend to go off in wrong direction. So basically you can't really complete the campaigns. Quite early on as well I found it breaking. But the scope of the game is a lot larger than it is in Atlantic Fleet. It calls for land troops, build air bases as well as ports, as in forward operations centres. So it's a lot more involved. Also have aircraft dogfights as well. So it promises to be a nice time sink for people who like strategy games. But right now, as I said, it's pretty much broken. If I was being kind, I'd say it was beta. If I was being really unkind, which I don't want to be to Killerfish game, because I know they're going to fix it, I would say it would be squarely, firmly in alpha. We're going to sink this or not? Okay, let's go to a standstill. We've got 99% solution on firing, so I mean, it's not the accuracy that's the issue, it's just the fact that it is quite a large freighter. It's not huge, but we have one in command of a destroyer. We got any hulls? Nope, just a rusty hull. And she's well on fire. Bow on stern. Okay, so what's going on here? We've got no armor piercing rounds anywhere. So automatically it's for selecting armor piercing AP, and we haven't got any. H you've got 1,000, now Starshire's got 100. So why are the aft guns not firing? Oh, great, yeah, there we go. Okay, let's move forward a little bit. Bit silly of me. Just slightly out of the firing arc. Yeah, just slightly out. We'll stay midship on rudder. Shouldn't take too long to get them into the arc. 1038 HE on the aft turrets. Is that each? Oh, I suppose it is each one, isn't it? Okay. Should just be about in rate. Okay, on fire again on the bow. In fact, she's well on fire now. So why the aft turret's not firing now? They should be well inside the arc. There we go. Well, just the one. Surely if that one can fire, this one can fire as well. Oh, there we go. At last. Tempted to use the 2 torpedoes we've got left. So yeah, as you can see here, even the way to get out of this scenario is overconvoluted as well, as you can see. It doesn't automatically say, oh, you've won, and then exits you, or says okay if you want to leave. No, it's well, you can see there. So if you've got any ships on fire, you've got to wait until they've actually been put out. Otherwise, it could automatically scuttle your ship. Even though it could just have a small fire on board, it could just say, oh, it got out of control and sink your ship, at which point you could lose your fleet. It's a bit strange, that. The amount of punishment this freighter's taken, I think it's probably armoured like a battleship by looking at it. I wonder what full does. Well, to find out, we'll try it. Can't see any difference though. Seems to be hitting the target okay. It's 99% solution, so it's not down. It's just down to the fact that our shells just aren't powerful enough. Pull slow down a little bit. Just 4 knots. Phew, at last. Okay, so we leave. Just tap here, or F5. Report. So as long as any of your ships are on fire or damaged in any way, shape, that could possibly sink them. They can actually leave the game. So I've got 10,000 tons on each one, so that's 20,000 tons. Pretty sure it didn't say there was 10,000 tons, but never mind. Okay, let's retreat. Confirm. Action report. Okay, so after that string of dud torpedoes, let's carry on. Navigation. Control individual ships and aircraft. Navigation and waypoints using a map and camera modes. Okay, so once again we're in charge of USS Port. We'd have a Wildcat and aircraft in the area for use later on. It just tells about the various functions. We've already seen those. These we haven't. So we've got select mode, waypoint mode. Can steer directly through key commands. Yeah, we've already seen all of this. Okay, so R and E to slow down and speed up. A and D to turn left or right. Use Q to set rudder to 0. Well, I did that through the graphics, didn't I? Oh, never mind. Never mind. All works. Use F7 or the toolbar button to open the orders panel. We know that. It's just here. Use slides to adjust the speed and steering of your destroyer. Turning bleed speed. Obviously, we know that. If you turn something, it's going to slow down. 5% of speed. Okay, when ready, set speed to 15. And rudder to 2 notches to the left. So I'll do it like that so the keyboard instead is a bit quicker. Okay, 15 knots. Okay, 15 knots and 2 notches to the left. Okay, destroy sailing in a circle, then use next arrow to continue. Open close the menu map with M. Well, that's nice, we can actually get rid of that at least. Although we'd be pretty much blind. And we are supposed to be going through a navigation tutorial. So I think we'll leave it on. So open close the full screen map with tab. Nice. So again, this is in the way. Never mind. So left click anywhere on the map and drag. Yeah, we know that. I've seen it already. So left click, hold that down and drag it around. We'll zoom out. Wow. Okay, so that's a good idea, isn't it? 15 knots. Not exactly top speed because we're capable of 37, but 15 knots isn't a bad speed. I'm heading straight towards what looks like shallows. Just here. Takes us a while to get there though. Okay, so placing waypoints. Once familiar with the map, use N or button on secondary toolbar bottom. Yeah. Which is just there. Place a waypoint. Let's just turn it off. We'll do it through the keyboard shortcut. I think keyboard shortcuts are probably the easiest way to do it. But you do need to learn. So, what was it again? N. So N for waypoints. Click anywhere on the map to place one or more waypoints for the control unit to immediately steer towards and follow the course displayed as lines. Use N again to escape to exit navigation mode. Pop out here. So N again to exit. So if we go back, we should be steering. Okay, so use F7 to open the orders panel and note that the controlled unit is following waypoints. It's right there. It's a bit over convoluted though, if you ask me. There's a lot of steps to do with something that should be just a single click. So any steering input will cancel the plotted course or brake formation if unit is following another. Okay. Well, see, it takes a while to learn how to play any game, I suppose, but so a Wildcat from the USS Enterprise is in the area, so we can switch to it and practice controlling aircraft. Zoom the map out until you can see both the aircraft and USS Porter. Be sure not to be in target mode. Yeah, that's obvious. Don't want to shoot up on aircraft. You can actually see it just here. It's actually quite close by. So I switch to it. Not bad models. Nice detail. And not shiny plastic either. They've actually got some proper... some scorch marks. Dirt, I suppose. Nice. And that left click on enemy unit will move the camera to it. But maintain the original controlled unit. So obviously you can only do that if it's a friendly unit. So you take control. Yes, you can't take control of an enemy unit, which is obvious. So I use switch C air toggle. Machine guns. Nice. Switch to what? On that left click. Use switch. When I see units, left click on the small arrow icon to go to that unit. Oh, there. It's easy just to do it on the map, isn't it? I suppose. So in control of the Wildcat anyway, that's the main thing. So controlling aircraft is the same as ships, with the exception that they can change altitude, otherwise submarines can change depth. So use W and S to change the altitude, use READ and 0 to also adjust the speed and steering. And we can do it here as well. $1,620. We don't want to do that. Wow, I only tapped it once and I went to 200. Yeah, that's about 180. So you do it manually like that, or obviously you can do it with waypoints as well. So N again. Let's bring it down for a nice slow flyby of Porter. Switch back. But no. Don't like that. Tap the N key. So let's go from this direction. Can we see it? Was it in fact too high? Probably too high. Not to 450 feet. Can't see a thing. What's going on? No, can't see anything. It should be right over the top of us. Oh, there it is. Oh, let's zoom into the map. It's at the end key again. We'll go across it like that. Okay, so how do you actually delete a waypoint if you don't want it? Can you actually do that? Oh dear me. So, oh my god, what have I done? So at 450 feet, so we're pretty low. Kind of a little bit lower. Go down to about 300 feet. And we can't fail to see it up close then. So it's quite easy. Obviously there's a few steps to learn. But it's not too difficult. But I am shocked how many games that are being released which have obviously not been play tested. There's one released in December we all know about, which is CDPR's Disaster, which is supposed to be fixing, which is Cyberpunk 2077, and we're getting quite used to seeing broken games being released. As I said, if I was being kind, I would say beta. The game is in the state of, but it's if I was being unkind and picking on all the bugs and all the issues, I would have to say alpha. How do I get rid of these waypoints? We've got lock map, mini map, and the main map. But we can't actually delete. How do we actually delete them? Let's find out. So we've got chase cam. But nothing about deleting any of them. So obviously, in order to delete just one, you have to delete all of them. So if you make a mistake just on the last, let's say you lane waypoints, maybe 10 or 15 waypoints, and you make a mistake on the very last one, you got to do that with the manual steering to cancel all of them. Well, that's also over convoluted, like that. So if I was like that, well, that's not too bad. That plays okay. Okay, so it's supposed to be O. Ah, it's Q. Okay, so Q to cancel the steering. So yeah, it's a bit strange. You can't delete individual waypoint markers or move them around. Target padlock. Target USS Porter. I use F or button in secondary toolbar to lock the camera such that it always looks at the controlled unit's target. So tap the T key. Then tap F. So it always looks at the target. So use back quote to force the camera to stop or start following a unit. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about there. Back quote. Okay. Confusing. Why do I want to do that in the first place? Let's use the F key to actually do that. Or go back to following the tag. That's a bit strange. Oh dear. So, use F button to select your target. You freeze camera. Back quote. I don't actually know what it means by back quote. What is back quote? Oh, it's weird. Okay, so it means tilde key. So he's still in command of the Wildcat. Oh my god, he's going to go and attack it or what? Oh, so we're ready to end the mission. Oh, that's cool. So we only get to manually attack a target. So if you're in charge of an entire squadron of them. Well, it seems a bit weird. Get rid of the waypoint. Ceasing radar missions. Doesn't say you can do this, but let's see it. It's only a training exercise, so we'll see what happens. So it's about 200 knots. Oh, okay, so you've got to use machine guns to get them to actually attack. Yeah. So, does the AI not do anything? Except steer? So it's going back to the waypoint, even though I actually cancelled the waypoint. That's weird. Okay, attack. We'll leave it to the AI to do it this time. Doesn't look like that's actually working. You shouldn't really have to fire the guns manually. You can't do that if you're having a decent, sort of large scale aircraft attack against shipping. You can't do that for every single aircraft. I'm not very impressed. Okay, there we go. Okay, switch back to it says Porter. And let's target. This ain't gonna end well. Well, not for the aircraft anyway. Radar. Oh, I should see the AA. There's no crew either. How disappointing. It's a ghost ship. Okay, so where is it going? I'm not overly impressed by this at all. Yeah, where on earth's it going? It's also cancelled the target. What on earth? Insufficient ammunition. Oh. It's not too good, is it? Let's send it over, let Porter get her own back. Tch. That's terrible. And again, it's cancelled the target, obviously because of friendlies. So radar's still running. We're still at 15 knots. So she comes over. Well, so the main battery is going to it'd be this one, won't it? Okay, here she comes. As I thought she was. Where on earth? Yeah, the render distance, the draw distance for the aircraft, I mean she's well inside visual range. Auto fire flak. Are we going to fire or not? It's passing right near us. Come on, attack! Well, she's firing at us, but we can't fire back at her. Oh, how disappointing. Yeah, I'm not impressed at all. And considering how pricey this game is, I'd have expected a lot more polish. It should all be pretty much point and click. You shouldn't have to rely on keyboard shortcuts to do things, and it shouldn't be as good of a convoluted as it is. Nowhere near. You can't cancel a tag once you've actually selected it. Nope. So you can't cancel the target and switch. You can only switch to another target. So if there's no other targets, you can't switch to it. Switch away and cancel. That is seriously clunky. This is far too big. Yeah, I'm not impressed at all. I'll see again, like I said at the beginning, Killerfish they will fix the game, but right now it's frustratingly over-convoluted. You can't cancel your waypoints, for example, as we saw there. You have to steer manually to cancel all of them. So if you've laid, like I said, half a dozen, 2 dozen waypoints, you've got to do them all again if you make one single mistake at the end. You can't slide them about. You normally would be able to sort of pick them up, move them around and put them anywhere you want, but they're not numbered. There's no actual waypoint marker, so you can't grab hold of it and move it around. So you can imagine trying to play the campaign with multiple ships and aircraft. We have to manually tell them to attack a target each time. That's just silly. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it for this particular one-off. I will come back to the game. Once it gets patched, it will get patched over the next few days. So I'll probably come back to it in a few more days, maybe a couple of weeks. Alright, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, as I said, I can't really show you much of the game. The campaigns are broken. You can't go very far into them without something seriously breaking your game. Okay, thank you for watching once again. Hope to see you in the next video, whichever one you choose to watch. In the meantime, as always, take care. Bye-bye.